My name's Bill and I'm an alcoholic, and this is called Asking for Help. Alcoholics and alcoholism can only survive by having one thing in common. They both need to use and abuse alcohol. That's all. It's not how much I drank, where and when I drank, how I got my drink, or who I drank with. Alcoholism is a disease of more. It's a disease of denial. It's a disease of all or nothing. And it's a disease of an aloneness that only a real alcoholic knows. And only an alcoholic comes to understand the real meaning of true aloneness. My alcoholism is characterized more by what you don't see as what you do. My alcoholism is more about how I feel about life than what you think I feel. My alcoholism is so much more about my reaction to others than how much I drank. It's a solitary life being an alcoholic. I live in one world, a world you want me to live in, and another world which I live in secret. A secret you'll never understand, nor will you comprehend, unless you've thought and reasoned as an alcoholic of our type. I don't know what an alcoholic of our type is, but I do know I am one. And the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous were specifically put together for such alcoholics. Never underestimate an alcoholic. Never belittle a person who drinks too much. Never dismiss the yearning that an alcoholic has, which is just to feel wanted, needed, and loved. The alcoholic lives behind an invisible wall of low self-worth and of being misunderstood. Alcoholism carries within it a feeling of all or nothingness and a life of demoralizing self-hatred, which ultimately stands between what you don't see in an alcoholic and what an alcoholic's reality is. And at the heart of an alcoholic's life is something simple that you will never see, nor will you ever understand, nor will you ever consider. It is actually the alcoholic's biggest problem, and that is to ask for help. Most alcoholics die from not being able to seek help. Most alcoholics will suffer rather than admit defeat. And that spells the death knell for the average alcoholic, an alcoholic that I've been for this past 40 years. If you want the truth, it's this. It's easier to stay in the degradation and pain that drinking brings rather than risk moving into a safer and sober life. Living with what you're familiar with is easier than risking the unknown. A new sober life is often too alien and frightening to contemplate, and thus the disease of alcoholism usually wins. But I did ask for help one day, and the wheels of AA led me to a safe and secure place and to the 12 steps, and I haven't had a drink since. Unfortunately, asking for help has one big problem. It invariably brings the risk of rejection. And for a self-sufficient, driven, self-reliant, egotistical alcoholic, admitting complete defeat and asking for help doesn't come easily. But AA has the answer. It's simple, straightforward, it's a life changer, and it works. And it's called getting a sponsor. And guess what? All you have to do to get a sponsor is one thing, and that is to ask for help. The end. Bill the Shirt, Bristol.